Initiating startup sequence.
4, 3, 2, 1.
You are now plugged in.
Hey guys, and thank you for tuning in to episode 191 of the Plug and Play Podcast. I'm your host, Zach, and alongside me, as always, is Tim.
Welcome, minions.
Today, guys, starting off the first half of Tasty Treats, we have Founders Brewing Company All Day IPA Sessions Indian Pale Ale, 4.7 ABV, 42 IBUs, a beer rating of from ratebeer.com of 96, available year-round. It's the beer you've been waiting for, keeps your taste buds satisfied while keeping your senses sharp. An all-day IPA naturally brewed with a complex array of malts, grains, hops, balanced for optimal aromatic and clean finish. The perfect reward for an honest day's work. And I'd say we've done that today, Tim. So cheers.
Cheers.
What have you been up to, Tim?
I don't know, but I could drink that all day.
Yeah, it's pretty damn good. All-day IPA.
So I saw Play. So I did not know that Phantom of the Opera had a sequel.
I didn't know either. I thought it just ended with him like molesting her or something.
I mean, kind of. He's a dick in this. Okay, so it's called Love Never Dies. It's 10 years later.
He's had her kidnapped in the basement, BDSM style.
No, he let her go to follow this other guy who turns out to be a total loser, but she has a son, and it's 10 years later, and she's fallen into some hard times financially, and basically the Phantom tricks her into singing one last song.
Singing one last song?
Singing one last song.
Okay.
And the woman who played the character, whose name I'm forgetting right now, had an amazing voice.
Nice.
Like, the one song she did was, like, amazing. Like,
she only sang one song the whole show?
No, it's sort of operatic style, so they're singing most of the time.
Okay.
Which made it hard to understand at parts, honestly.
Yeah.
Not always, just sometimes. The cool thing, though, was that the Phantom was now in a traveling circus. So there was, like, Cirque du Soleil type characters.
Well, that's cool.
That was cool. I like that. The production was great.
Nice.
The set and everything was awesome. Just the story, I felt, I don't know. I didn't feel... The Phantom is kind of a sympathetic character in the first one. You feel like he's gotten screwed over by his disfiguration, and he really loves this woman.
You're like, I feel so bad for you, and then you realize,
this time
you're just like
he's manipulative, scheming. He's kind of a,
yeah, what a dick.
Kind of a dick. I really want to make a snide comment about the title and spoiler, but I won't. So on Mother's Day,
He dies. Spoiler alert.
I'm not going to respond.
Okay.
On Mother's Day, I worked all day, so I had my mom come up the day after.
Nice.
My brother came along and helped me out a lot because I started putting together my son's scooter that we got.
I didn't know you got him a scooter.
Yeah. I got to step 2.
What type of scooter?
Like, I can't remember the make right now.
Like, is it like a push scooter?
Yeah. It had brakes on it, though. Rear and front brakes, and it has actual bicycle tires.
Oh, I've had one of those before. Those are awesome.
The 12-inch bicycle tires. But the brake assembly, the brake line's not continuous. Like, at the middle of right below the handlebars.
It's so you can spin the handlebars.
I know, but hooking that assembly up is a bitch.
Gotcha.
That's where I quit.
Yeah.
My brother was able to help me out because he's got a lot of experience. Not with that, with the bicycles, so he understands brake lines. And
nice.
So he was invaluable.
That's cool of him.
Yeah, it was totally cool. And my son loves it. So, I don't know, more or less all I really went up to this week.
Sweet.
My son has a scooter.
Sweet. This week we did a surprise birthday party for my wife.
How'd that go?
It was good. So we started off the day with taking her to a surprise massage, which while she was at the massage, I came back here and her best friend met me at the house. We loaded up the car with a wagon and stuff, and went and got her a birthday present for her best friend to give to her, and then picked her up and surprised her with her best friend being there because she didn't know that was going to happen. And we all went out to lunch, and then at lunch, more people showed up, and then we all went to the zoo afterwards, walked around the zoo, and then we went out to dinner at Warehouse 23.
Cool.
So, and then we came back home and hung out and stuff like that. And then on Mother's Day, we went swimming, so.
Okay.
We have friends with the underground heated pool, so.
Nice.
Yeah, so we just went swimming on Mother's Day. That's what we did. I mean, that's pretty much been my week except for working and shit like that, so.
Yeah, same here.
It's been a pretty like boring week, as in like talking wise. I've done a lot of shit, just nothing interesting.
Same. Other than playing a few games and
Yeah.
yeah.
Sweet. All right. Well, you ready to talk some news?
Oh, I
Wait.
do want to mention one thing. I started watching something, so I can't talk about too much because you haven't.
Oh yeah. What the hell's the name of it again?
Evil Genius.
That's right.
Not the. Is it Dota team?
Yeah. It's a Dodo team.
But
That's
it's
Evil Geniuses. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this is a Netflix series about the pizza bombing, bank robbery case.
Yeah. Was it good?
I'm in.
Sweet. I'll have to watch
I
it.
think I'm 2 episodes in, and
Is the whole series out?
yeah.
Oh, I'll
That-
stay up
that's
tonight
how-
and watch it
that's
all
how
night long.
You probably will too. But anyway, I just want to mention I watched that and needed to get on and watch it so we can talk about it. So yeah, let's do some news.
Sweet. All right, Tim, what have we got in the news this week?
Well, it seems like the last couple episodes we're just finding news to piss off Q, and we're not making the news; it just happens.
Yeah, the news is just out to get Q.
I mean, he can't be happy about this one. Sony is going to stop making physical PS Vita games in 2019.
That's awesome.
On this news article from Engadget, the subtitle under the main title is "The PS Vita is now much closer to its death."
Nice.
They'll keep selling digital Vita games on PlayStation Network, but the pricey proprietary memory cards, one of the reasons why Vita never became as popular in the West as it is in Japan, could ultimately cause even loyal gamers to drop the system. Back in 2015, Sony Worldwide Studios president Shuhei Yoshida said the company doesn't see a market for a Vita sequel. It's hard to imagine the tech giant changing its mind since then. In addition to ending the production of physical Vita games in March, Sony will also stop including PS3 and Vita titles to the list of free PlayStation Plus games that month. So in less than a year, Vita games can only either buy digital games or import releases from Asia. So I think everybody's realized that
The Vita's dead.
that type of gaming has moved to the Switch, and this
Yep.
is pretty much the doctor calling it, time of death.
Yep.
So
January 1st, 2019 at 12:01 a.m.
yeah. So speaking of video game systems,
Yeah. You want to meet the Wonder?
I don't know. Do I?
I mean, probably not, but...
So tell me about the Wonder.
All right, guys. So the Wonder is an Android-powered Nintendo Switch competitor.
Go on.
It's going to be coming out... I actually don't know when it's coming out. I don't see that in this article from techradar.com. It's going to be mixing the best of both worlds' smartphone experience with a home console. So kind of like the Switch, what you're going to be doing upon release, Wonder is going to look to sell a hardware package alongside a subscription service. It consists of a smartphone that can make calls, run apps, and do other phony things that you're used to, but uniquely will slide into a dock reminiscent of the Nintendo Switch to hook up to a TV and overclock the phone's GPU for enhanced gaming performance. Included in the offering will be a controller that the phone can be docked onto for portable gaming, a la Nintendo Switch. As for what you'll be able to do with the Wonder hardware, it apparently plans to refine a range of content such as original games from existing game makers, licensed and mobile optimized third-party titles, streaming game and media options, and other entertainment hub-like features. Yeah.
So this will be like when a family can't afford to Switch, this is what you get for Christmas.
Yeah, you'd be like, I've wanted a Nintendo Switch my whole entire life. The Wonder, fuck, Mom! You couldn't even fucking get this right.
Yeah, I wonder if it'll be any good.
I mean,
I wonder if it's next to Ouya.
it's definitely going to be like that, possibly the next Ouya.
Well, I've got happier.
Although if they were able to use pre-existing cell phones, like we could use their dock on our Pixel 2.
I'm guessing the dock only works for whatever this is.
Well, if they could figure that out, that might be a way for me to get the dock system.
Yeah.
I mean, I could play my Harry Potter game on the big screen.
Oh my god, you and your Harry Potter game. Is your wand full?
Probably.
Jeez.
Guys, I need to spew my wand all over the place. Hold on.
We already did this. Alright. Net neutrality.
I still stand by Potter Jizz as a beer would sell buttloads.
No. No, it would not.
It would sell...
It would sell about as much as that other disgusting beer that hopefully we'll never get samples of. So,
You talking about the vagina Russian beer?
Yes, I'm talking about the vagina Russian beer that
Gotcha.
I hope we never get.
I don't think the FDA will ever approve it for
No.
import.
Well, I mean, they are deregulating everything under this administration.
Well, shit, Tim, we're going to get some vagina beer from Russia.
So speaking of this,
It's actually porn star beer.
Democrats forced a vote in the Senate to reinstate net neutrality, and surprisingly, it passed. In a 52 to 47 vote today, senators voted to overturn the Federal Communications Restoring Internet Freedom Order, which took net neutrality rules off the books. They were able to do so using the Congressional Review Act, or CRA, which allows Congress to reverse recent decisions by government agencies. Republican-controlled Congress means that such a measure wouldn't normally even make it for a vote, but the CRA allows senators to force a vote by obtaining 30 signatures. All 49 Democrats voted in favor, as well as Republican Senators Susan Collins of Maine, John Kennedy of Louisiana, and Lisa Murkowski of Alaska. While advocates have argued this is a step towards reinstating net neutrality, it's really a long-shot attempt seems to be meant more to get the issue back on voters' minds and to force politicians to take a position ahead of what's expected to be a tumultuous midterm election. So it still has to go to the House, and the House is kind of crazy, especially it would need a support of 22 Republicans to pass the House. And then it can still be vetoed by the president.
By Mr. Cheeto himself.
So it's still an uphill battle, but it was sort of surprising that it even got this far. So last gasp of net neutrality, and also a way to say fuck this guy.
Who the fuck's that guy? That's that one dude, right? From like Comcast or whatever?
Yeah, he worked there, and now he's the FCC chairman, and he thinks he's really funny with his giant Reese's Pieces coffee cup.
Gotcha.
And he's a tool, and he can suck my dick. All right.
You're going to let a dude suck your dick?
No.
That's fucking... All right, let's move on.
How about
hey,
kiss
Tim.
my ass? What?
Tim,
Yeah.
So there's this thing
it's
going around.
It is. It started on, I think, Reddit.
And I've never heard of it. I heard about this morning, I should say.
So what word do you hear right now? Put it in the middle.
Huh?
Click the link. Okay, it's right in the middle.
Yeah?
Okay, everybody listening, what word do you hear right now?
Laurel. Laurel.
What do you hear?
Yanny.
Laurel.
You hear Yanny?
Laurel.
I hear Laurel.
What?
Yanny.
If you do the slider, do you hear Laurel now?
No.
All the way to the right? Or the left, I mean?
Laurel. Laurel.
I hear it now.
Laurel.
Okay, slide it slowly.
Laurel. 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 Laurel.
Still Laurel.
Laurel. Laurel. Laurel. Yanny. 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 Yanny.
Now I hear Yammy.
Yanny.
I still hear Laurel.
Yanny.
Keep going.
Yanny. 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 Yanny.
I hear Yanny now.
Yanny.
That's 100% on the Yammy side.
So, how this works is
What
there's
the
different...
fuck is this?
If you scroll down, there's a technical explanation. Basically, there's low frequency and high frequency. And whoever made the sound clip has put equal emphasis on low frequency and high frequency. So depending how you hear sounds and your
My
brain...
ears are bleeding.
Well, no, how your brain, emphasizes sounds it hears. Like, I emphasize things on a low register more. You register things on a high register more. Which would make sense based on your voice.
Yep.
My daughter cannot hear Laurel until you slide it all the way.
Really?
My son, I didn't tell him anything about it. I was like, what do you hear? And I put it right in the middle, and he said, I hear Laurel. So everyone's hears something different in the middle,
weird.
in the middle range.
That's so weird.
It is weird. It's this year's blue dress, gold dress.
Oh, dear God. Here we go again.
Don't do the whole thing.
No, I'm not going to do it again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All
I just
right.
meant here we go again with another stupid everybody arguing about what the fuck it is.
Yeah.
All right, you ready to...
For the record,
Oh, Jesus.
it is Laurel. It's from the where you look up a word and someone says it for you. But someone manipulated it and boosted the high range.
Huh. Weird.
Yeah.
All right, you ready to talk some tech?
Let's talk some tech.
Tim, what are we talking about?
We are talking about the Ocelot arcade system. We're going to be talking
the
about
what?
the Ocelot arcade system.
Okay.
So we've already talked about this Ouya sequel, The Wonder. We've talked about the Vita going away.
Yeah.
Later, one of our
Thank
Kickstarters, we'll talk about yet another, not exactly console, but a gaming system.
Okay.
This is a do-it-yourself crazy console. It looks like something from Fallout.
I'm looking at it as well.
So
it looks fucking epic if this had like HD graphics.
That's the whole point, is that it doesn't.
No, fuck you, Tim. It's supposed to have HD.
No.
Like this should be like your shelf for my computer case with all the shit like doing nothing. But then you just plug in my motherboard, my graphics card, and let's play some fucking Fallout on this Fallout rig.
So the main component of it is an oscilloscope, which is an electronic test instrument that can measure voltages and display them on a CRT screen. These devices are traditionally used for things like diagnosing malfunctioning equipment. They're the basis for EKG machines or ECG machines that measure heart rate. But you can adapt it for anything where electric current is involved. So this guy, let's see, what is his name? His last name is Carr. I can't find his first name. Decided to make it play video games. So he's got this box that sits on top of the oscilloscope, and by manipulating current, he displays graphics on the screen of this oscilloscope. He's got a game called Starlinks, which is a scaled-down version of Star Fox, and Matt Steroids. I guess his first name must be Matt. His recreation of asteroids. They both look like old-fashioned radar screens haunted by retro ghosts, but run surprisingly smooth due to the high refresh rate of the vector graphics. So here's his Star Fox game.
It's pretty fucking cool.
It reminds me a
lot of Star Fox 64 almost.
Also, that old Star Wars arcade game.
Oh, yeah.
But it looks really sharp. Like the graphics are very simple, but the lines are really clean and smooth. Here's Carr explaining it in his own words. When a frame is started, games are able to send requests to draw lines or characters to the oscilloscope screen. These are simplified and stored in a buffer of instructions to move the cursor within a virtual 2D plane. A DMA-triggered interrupter handler repeatedly reads instructions from this buffer and translates them to DAC-compatible SPI instructions to alter the voltages at the XY ports, which are then bred by the oscilloscope to produce the graphics. Holy cow.
It's insane.
Yeah. Meanwhile, sounds and music come from the electrical currents passed through an amplifier, which are stored and played back as part of Ocelot's programming. He's made the Ocelot arcade machine compatible with a handful of old controllers, including a Amiga joystick, a Atari joystick, or a Master System gamepad. It's an absurd, one-of-a-kind. He has published the guide if you want to build the device, which, if you build this device, it pretty much sets piggyback on top of a oscilloscope. So you can find an old oscilloscope and solder this thing together. It's just cool looking. I think we need to put a picture of this on our Instagram account.
All right.
Just so people can see. It really looks like some device you'd stumble across in Fallout. There's wires coming out of everywhere, like an old LED green screen thing.
Yeah. It looks kind of like a first model Pip-Boy that was just like too big to put on your wrist, and they're like, fuck it, here it goes.
Yeah, exactly. So I just thought that was really cool, and that's what I wanted to feature for this week's Tech Talk.
Sweet, sounds good, guys. Well, we'll be right back after this music break with the new tasty treat in hand. It's gonna get PG. And we are back. Tasty Treats in hand. Second half Tasty Treats are brought to us by Riverbend Brewing Company. It's an IPA New England style. Life's a peach, then you die. 65 IBUs, 7% ABV. It's got a 3.9 rating on Untapped out of 1,412 ratings. It was added on 520. And that's all I really know about this thing.
All right.
So, cheers.
Cheers. Life's a peach.
I just spilled it. Life's a bitch is what you're not saying. I mean, it's very peachy. I made a mistake about a 4-pack of this shit.
That's why you poured 2 of these.
Yep.
So, one more.
Yep. Not too excited about that one.
I mean, I tried to get a different peach brew, but
Yeah, you did.
That didn't work out.
No, it did not.
Should we move on to kicking it?
Yeah, let's kick it. Tim,
Yes.
let's kick it off.
All right. So one of my other favorite tasty treats is coffee.
I love coffee.
And what we got here is some cold brew on tap. This
That's
is
like the Dark Lord's jizz on tap.
again with this.
Yeah.
So
I'm sensing a theme here.
no, you're making
The sense
it.
is strong with this one.
I'm gonna like Patrona your ass or something.
Oh, shit.
I need to like push this force back into your wand.
My wand's about ready to explode, Tim. So what do we got? Cold brew what?
Cold brew on tap 2.0. Apparently this is the second version of the system. I
Okay.
want them to talk about it.
No, you won't, apparently. Oh, here they are.
Cold brew is known for how smooth it is, how rich the flavor is. You really get to experience the bean you're using. And it makes that first
It's the
sip
bean.
then in the morning, it just, a flavor explosion is so smooth.
Just that
You're
flavor
really
explosion in your
experiencing
mouth.
Coffee.
Making homemade cold brew has a lot of advantages over buying it out at a coffee shop or buying it in a can, or you can even buy cold brew concentrate, but those things are really full of a lot of additives and chemicals to make them shelf stable. So we decided to come up with our own concept of a cold brew maker that looked good, that fit in your fridge, that could serve cold brew straight from the fridge, and that made enough cold brew to get 2 people through an entire work week.
The Cold Brew on Tap's proprietary design has some really great features to it. One of them is the custom glass jar is made to be compact enough to fit in your fridge, but also large enough to hold more than a week's worth of cold brew. And the filter is actually custom built to hold enough coffee to make the necessary cold brew, but also we shaped it down so that it wouldn't affect the flow rate of the spigot inside. In addition, the lid as well is very high quality stainless steel, makes it airtight sealing, just a very overall sturdy but aesthetically pleasing design. So when you back our campaign, you get the Cold Brew on Tap 2, which is our new innovative design, and then you also get an awesome ebook that covers tons of different ways you can use cold brew. So it just makes cold brew a really fun, interactive drink that you can incorporate into your life in more ways than you probably even knew you could. Most people don't know this, but the coffee you use to make cold brew should actually be different from the coffee you use for hot coffee. So we worked with a micro roaster to create a special batch just for cold brew, for our Cold Brew on Tap. So that's one option you can get when you back us, and I really think you'll like it. It's literally the best cup of coffee we've ever had. If you haven't tried cold brew yet, you have to. You're gonna love it. And if you have, you
I'm gonna
already
say his
know
wife's
it's the
calling
best thing
bullshit
ever.
on it.
Making homemade cold brew is always going to give you a really smooth, less bitter cup of coffee, which is one of the reasons we like it so much and why we like having it on hand 7 days a week.
It's pretty fucking cool, Tim.
Yeah.
Tell me about this cold brew 2.0, bro.
So, they are looking for $10,000. They have 23 days to go. They have 1,469 backers. They have $67,970.
They're fucking back.
They are 6 times overbacked.
They're almost 7 times overbacked.
Yeah, they will be by the time it's over. So I actually backed this. I got in at
Nice.
the super duper early bird price. It's going to retail for $89. I got in for $39. That gets me the ebook and basically the jar, whatever you want to call it, with the spigot and the filter. So I'm excited to try this. It's supposed to come fall of this year. So I will make room either in my fridge upstairs or downstairs for this and have cold brew whenever I want it. It's going to make my local barista sad, though, because I won't be showing up for cold brew because I'll be making my own. I'll have to find a local bean. I don't think I'm going to get the bean from them.
I don't think so.
Anyway, moving up to their top tier, the Power Brewer. $229. Snatch 5 of these cold brew on taps for a huge discount. It says it's going to retail for $495, so you save just about 50%. And that's, like I said, 5 of the cold brew on tap 2.0s and 5 of the recipe books. So
Sweet.
that's my first kick it. What do you got?
So I can't remember if this one has audio or not to it.
I guess we're going to find out, aren't we?
Yeah, so it's Steamboat Billy, The Curse of the Leviathan. Explore, fight, and correct chroma-crazed creatures while sailing the sea in an epic RPG adventure inspired by Zelda, Pokemon, and Cuphead. So here we go.
That's good that they acknowledge Cuphead.
Yep.
All our dreams can come true.
Steamboat Billy. Just
that-
turned black and white.
It's got that old timey cartoon look.
Yeah, it's got the old Disney look to it. I don't think they're gonna talk. We might be fucked.
So he woke up. He's determined.
He's pissed off. He's going back. Jumped in his boat.
The boat's got eyes now, like Thomas the Train.
There's a guy with a life vest on.
Scary sea monsters.
Oh, we got a whole hell of a lot more to go. If they don't start talking, this is gonna be bad.
Explore a dark realm. So it's
Alright.
it's like you're the boat though, not filled with treasure and mystery.
Yeah, we're gonna cut out of this.
So it's got the old timey cartoon look, like
It
Cuphead.
does.
Looks like it's got more play styles than just a side scrolling,
It really does. It looks like almost kind of like a Don't Starve feel to it.
like an Overland thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Maybe the campaign part talks about the gameplay.
yeah. So that's kind of what I was gonna go to. Is they're gonna be at PAX 2018. So I'm looking to check that out.
Okay.
The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker meets Pokemon. It's a single-player adventure RPG set in a classic Disney-like universe in which you must defeat and capture strange monsters while sailing the dark seas in order to rebuild and bring color back to the world you once knew. Once every millennia, the Great Leviathan emerges from the ocean's depths to curse the world into monochromatic chaos. By exploring land, sea, collecting treasures and creatures along your way, you will need to combat the Leviathan's cronies and rebuild the city of Star Harbor in order to restore the color to the world. Many people that are fans of America's cartoons in the 1930s, Steamboat Billy's art style is very much a homage to that era. So they actually have like a sketch of Billy all the way up. It's very awesome. It's going to come in 7 languages. It's going to release on Switch, PS4, Xbox One, and Steam. Key features are explore mysterious land, defeat chroma-crazed bosses, a clever mixture of adventure and role-playing gameplay, find and collect hundreds of unique items and creatures, fight by using good strategy and execution, and art style that mixes classic cartoons with new effects. So guys, they're looking for 50,847 US dollars. They're currently at 10,698 US dollars. They have 354 backers, 28 days to go. So this is a brand new one coming out of Montreal, Canada. 20 Canadian dollars, which is 16 US, gets you the Sailor Pack. You're ready to set sail. Digital copy for PS4, PC, Xbox One, or Nintendo Switch.
Okay, cool.
Jumping all the way down to the granddaddy of them all, the Ass Kisser. No, I'm just kidding. The Leviathan package. You are the only one and Leviathan. Your swiftness and vast strength can create the smallest waves to the largest tsunamis. That is 3,912 US dollars. In addition to all previous rewards, you'll be named as a Leviathan in the credits, and we will pay for your flight and accommodations to join us in Montreal, Canada, for the exclusive Steamboat Billy weekend launch. Join us to my wand is full. Join us to party, play games, and meet a bunch of developers from the big and small studios across Montreal. Must be 18 plus because it's gonna get fucking weird.
All right.
See, yeah, I'm not gonna go over everything you get in that package, but it's aimed at being delivered in September of 19.
Okay.
So, Tim, what's your second one, buddy?
We'll have to check that out at PAX.
Yeah.
So this is a throwback. I told you we have one more like kind of home console. This is exactly a console. Like I remember these when I was pretty young. I don't remember what age exactly.
If you say when you were my age, I'm gonna kick your ass.
No, younger than that, like a kid basically.
Okay.
So this is like old enough to probably be in a Sears catalog back when that was still a thing. Like it was like one of the presents like kids would beg for. It was basically
They're like, "Hey, mom, I know we're poor as fuck and we can't afford the Nintendo, but can we get this?"
Exactly. So it's like a tabletop arcade. It was a really tough, durable like arcade cabinet. I don't know, like the size of
It was like a home arcade cabinet.
like a cereal box size.
Yeah.
But in an arcade cabinet shape. Really tough material. I think Donkey Kong and Pac-Man were the two I remember. The Coleco
Didn't they have like a Tetris, maybe? Maybe
possibly could have been a different company though.
not? Gotcha.
So this Kickstarter is for Coleco Evolved Mini Arcades, and they're bringing out some new ones.
Sweet.
And I'm gonna let them go and talk about it.
Coleco is excited to announce the evolution of our classic tabletop arcade machine. This is Coleco Evolved. 35 years after we made history, we're doing it again with 2 all-new titles, Rainbow Bright, The Journey to Rainbow Land, and Robotech, The Macross Saga. These new mini tabletop arcade machines preserve the classic shape and heavy-duty plastic shell construction you remember from the 80s. We've
Yeah, that's how long
updated the
ago it was.
Coleco Mini's control panel and done away with the low-resolution calculator screen in favor of a full-color LCD display.
That looks pretty good.
Also
Yeah, it does
gone
look really
are the
good.
4C batteries in favor of a rechargeable lithium-ion battery. Under the hood, our new games come to life with a powerful new gaming chipset. System upgrades are just the beginning. The games have evolved too. First up, join Rainbow Bright and her pal Starlight as they spread color and happiness in this RPG classic in the making, Journey to Rainbow Land. Players take on Murky and Lurky, the enemies of Rainbow Land, who
don't
want to
think
make the
so.
world just as murky and
Yeah, that's
dismal
kinda
as they
fun.
are. Rainbow Bright is a
Here's all the
retro
light.
classic RPG for gamers of all ages. Next, hop into your Valkyrie and defend the Earth from alien invasion.
This looks good.
In
This is the
Robotech,
one that's already
the
sold
Macross
out on
Saga.
the early bird.
Transform
Oh, really?
between
Yeah.
Fighter, Guardian, and Battleoid modes as you take on the hordes in this classic side-scrolling
I don't think they
shooter.
ever originally made these
It's the
two into
perfect
the
genre for
cabinets.
this updated retro platform.
Hey guys, I'm Tina with Coleco. For years, we've heard your requests.
So,
to bring back
what the
these
fuck
handheld
Coleco been
arcades,
doing?
cabinets,
What's that?
And the
What
same
the fuck has
indestructible
Coleco been
shelves as the
doing?
old
I don't
Pac-Man and
know.
Donkey Kong arcades.
Kinda like Atari.
We invite you to join
I have
the
no idea.
revolution and experience Coleco Evolved.
So if you have like fond memories of these things from back in the 80s, this is a pretty cool thing. And I'm pretty sure that there hasn't been a version of the Rainbow Bright or the Robotech thing. So that's cool. I bet there's certain people that are really excited about this.
Yeah, I'll bet.
And totally perfect for the Kickstarter platform because I don't see this as a mass market type thing at all. Anyway, they were looking for $30,000. They have 21 days to go with 675 backers. They're at $67,349. They were fully backed in 24 hours.
Damn.
There are 126 left of the early bird evolved Rainbow Bright, Zach, that I know you want. That's
How much is that?
It's going to retail for $69. It's $45.
Okay.
It's not bad.
If I had a daughter, maybe.
I'm not going to get into gender stereotypes with
Nah,
you right now.
that's true.
Rainbow Bright, the normal Kickstarter level is $55 instead of retail $69. And then the early bird for the Robotech, like I said, is all gone. And you can get that for $55 as well. You can get the 2-pack. Unfortunately, the early bird for the 2-pack at $85 is gone. But you can get the 2-pack, which is both arcade, the Robotech and Rainbow Bright for $105.
That's not bad.
Yeah. Going to the top tier.
Which is already gone.
It is. Limited edition 2-pack will not be available retail. It's both limited edition Coleco Evolved Mini Arcades shot in a metallic color. So like gold plated.
That's cool.
Not gold plated, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, gold.
Like a
spray
special
paint.
color that you won't be able to buy in store.
That's cool.
So yeah, that's a Coleco Evolved. Blah, blah. I can't talk. Coleco Evolved Mini Arcades.
Sweet.
What's your last one?
D-Cache, dynamite-sized storage container. So,
Is it like a D-stash?
D-Stash. So I'm not positive if they're actually in talk or not, but we're going to check this out.
Damn it, Zach.
Sorry, I had no time today.
What
exactly is a cache?
Is this geocaching?
No, it's not. So, let me back out and back into it. So, Dynamite Cache is a rugged, waterproof, creative way to store your stuff. So, it looks like a stick of dynamite, guys. You've all seen the typical storage cache before. There's small aluminum capsules that fit your keychain, or possibly your gear bag, or capsules that will fit in your keychain.
This is like something that you hide somewhere that looks like a stick of dynamite. It's going to get you reported to the ATF.
So, the awesome part about this is that the actual, like, fuse, quote-unquote fuse, they have different colors. So you can, like, have a shitload of these different colors just laying around. But see, like, look, you can put all your shit in it, Tim. Like, I'm thinking about
This is
bringing
like
one.
it's like
I'm bringing this to PAX, Tim.
This looks like the prepper caches from Far Cry 5.
It does. So,
Okay.
but like, look, like Band-Aids and shit like that. You can have different, like, small tubes.
Like, you could bury like your supplies in these, like if you're a prepper, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
So fire starting materials, fish hooks and line, whistle, topography maps, dry goods, spices, glow sticks, lip balm, compressed towel tablets, X-Acto blades, needles, threads, tin foil, wire saw, candle.
Gotta have that tin foil. Keeps the government raise out of your head.
Exactly. So the material is 61 T6 aircraft grade aluminum.
Okay.
2 type red anodize. Varies depending on the bottom cap selection, apparently the weight. Storage capacity is 98.7 cc or 6 cubic inches. Nitrile rubber.
Could I just fill it with vodka and bury it?
I mean, you could. Nitrile rubber O-rings on each end cap to provide a watertight seal. Multi-pack rewards include a set of multiple colors fuses to identify contents of each package. So see, they have like a silver, a green, a black, a yellow, a red, a white, a purple, an orange, a black, a gold, a blue, and a white. Yeah, I don't know. It's just something fucking funny and funny as shit and kind of cool.
You gonna bury these all around your yard?
Possibly.
All right.
I might actually leave the fuses just sticking on the ground so it looks like a piece of
Then you'll
dynamite.
mow them.
No, I'll put them on the wall.
Okay.
So they're looking for $4,000 US. They currently have 7,459, 149 backers 22 days ago. So this is fully funded, guys. The super early bird was $17 US. The Dcash 1-pack is $19 US. Main body with fuse top cap, silver colored fuse, bottom cap of your choice of feature. So there are different types of bottom caps. I should talk about that really quick, since they don't have a video.
What's the bottom cap?
So the bottom cap is like for the bottom of the dynamite stick.
Sure, but what's different about them?
I am getting to that. Hold on 1 second.
Because it's not the fuse part; it's the other part.
Yep, it's the other part. Where do they talk about the bottom cap?
Don't know about that cap.
About that cap? No, damn it. Basic cap storage. Okay, each D cap includes a common threaded top cap that contains an interchangeable fuse. This cap has also an internal 24 millimeter deep bore for additional space inside the tube. Threaded cap. Where the fuck's the bottom cap? Magnetic cap. Oh, okay. So either you guys can choose the magnetic cap or just the straight up threaded cap.
So it's a little extra for the magnet.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's all the difference. Oh, magnetic cap or compass cap. Sorry. So you have a compass on one side or a magnet
This
on
is
one
totally
side.
prepper shit.
Yeah. So it's totally prepper shit. Big granddaddy of them all. We all need it. The 6-pack. $114. And there's only one backer at that level. And they're going to be out September 2018.
I mean, that'd be kind of cool to like bury like rolls of cash in. That'd be kind of cool. You could cash your cash.
Or condoms for the future.
Would you trust a condom to be buried in the ground for like 5 years?
I mean, if there's no other condoms in the world, Tim, it's probably a good chance. I mean, what? You don't want to have babies screaming and crying when you're trying to hide from people trying to kill you.
No, especially if you're in a quiet place scenario.
Exactly.
All right, let's go to games we've been playing.
All right, sounds good, Tim.
You don't have anything written down.
I played Magic.
You played that stupid Harry Potter game, didn't you?
I mean, actually, not that much this week.
That's why your wand's full.
That's why my wand is full.
Do you have blue wand?
I got blue double wand. I did play a little bit of Bomberman before the podcast with you.
Yeah.
And I played some Magic. That's it. What have you been playing?
Well, I've been playing God of War, and I'm definitely in the territory where I don't know what I can really say about it without being spoilery.
Gotcha.
I will say that there was a really cool like set piece I just went through that involved the body of a dead giant. That was pretty cool.
Okay.
Not gonna say who, but just the way they did.
Zeus. It was definitely Zeus.
I just can't even talk about it. It was cool. It's not. I'm seriously at the part where I really can't talk about it. I'm still enjoying God of War though. I'm not getting a lot of time to play, which is why I'm kind of crawling in it, but I am progressing.
Okay.
Played a game from Tiny Build called Garage. That's a really gritty looking game. It's not the same play style, but it reminds me as far as the grittiness of like Hotline Miami. Just like there's blood and guts and it's kind of grimy feeling.
Okay.
It's more of like a zombie scenario. Basically like a pharmaceutical company gone mad a la Resident Evil, but it's more basic graphics and there's more combat. It also sort of reminds me in a weird way of Final Station, which is another
Tiny Build game.
I don't think it's that's...
I want a fucking sheep, and then the goddamn Trinidad people took it.
What are you talking about?
Final Station. Remember I had to blow the whistle?
Oh, okay.
And then I fucking... Yeah, then I...
Yeah. So, I've gotten, I think, 4 or 5 chapters deep in that. I haven't played... I played it for a good period, and then I kind of put it down. What I have been playing more of is the next game, Wizard of Legend. I would describe it as a roguelike dungeon crawler, I guess. It gets into the main meat of the game.
I'm
really.
a good fucking ghost.
You are. It's 1 or 2 player. I'll let you try it out.
Yep.
I think it's easier with 2 player. But I've noticed that I'm always the one that stays alive longer. Maybe if you played it more, you would keep up with me a little more. I'm sure I
probably would.
But my son, I've been playing with my son, and he dies quick too. So what's cool about this is you unlock all these different spells. There's different elements like earth, wind
and fire,
and electricity, whatever, lightning.
Yeah.
And
earth, wind, fire.
The 4 buttons correspond to different types of move. Like one is a dash.
Captain Planet.
Like with the ice dash, you leave like a ghost of yourself behind, like an ice statue.
That's kind of cool.
Or the flame one is my favorite. You just leave a trail of fire behind you. And once that's used up, there's a cooldown period, but you can keep dashing. You just don't get the fire effect. Then there's a melee attack, and so far I've only got the wind and the earth. The earth is a giant fist, which is pretty awesome.
That's pretty cool.
The wind is just like a little like a slice, basically. And then there's a main attack, and then to call it a signature attack, like a super powerful attack. So you collect all these spells by buying them with crystals. In the dungeons themselves, you can you earn coins, but those coins only used in the dungeons. When you die, you lose them. I don't feel like I'm describing this game very well. It's kind of a pixelated art style. It moves very. How would you describe that? Not 8-bit.
No, I don't know. That's like 32-bit almost.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. It moves very fast. Like there's no clipping or slow down. So I like that.
It kind of reminds me of like
That's good.
This is gonna be like an insult to it, but this is like kind of reminds me of like Pokemon Dungeon like Pokemon Dungeon something. It was like where you played as a Pokemon and you had Pokemon Dungeon Rescue Team.
Okay.
And like it was same kind of style. Like the map was just like randomly generated. And you go down and you have to like clear all the rooms and try to find stuff. Yeah.
So you go on these runs, and at the end of every dungeon, there's a little mini boss. And then after every 3rd dungeon or so, there's a major boss that corresponds to one of the elements. And you just go on runs and try to go as far as you can. You go back to the main town area, you buy new spells with the crystals you've collected. But you can do a run like in, 5 or 10 minutes, so you can get a little play session in really fast. And like what I was saying with the slowdown, that's important because like you can be firing off like 3 spells at once, and there'll be like 4 enemies also firing spells at you.
Yeah.
So there's lots of shit flying around the screen.
Just everywhere.
And the fact that there's no tearing or slowdown is pretty... I should also mention, this is made by a 2-person team. Like 2 dudes.
That's amazing.
So as far as a technical achievement, it's really good. I am running into the same thing that I don't like about roguelike games, where you don't seem like you're getting progression. Like, you do get to buy these new spells. You keep them. But it takes a long time to earn those crystals. And if you earn a spell within a dungeon with the coins, you don't get to keep those spells.
That sucks.
So that sucks. There's no checkpoints. So if you get, like, to the 2nd dungeon, but not the 3rd where the big boss is, you have to start all over at the 1st dungeon again. So it's very much that roguelike element that I'm not a huge fan of. But I think it's done pretty well, and I'm going to keep playing a little bit. So That's what I've been playing. That's
You know what that Earth, Wind, Fire makes me think of?
Oh God. Yes, I do.
What's that? What's that? What was it when you think of, Tim?
Makes you think that stupid song.
The Indian song?
Yeah.
It's not stupid.
Yes, it is.
But that's not the song I was thinking of.
All right. Oh.
Wind, water, heart, go!
Captain Planet.
Combined, I am Captain Planet.
Captain Planet, he's our...
All right. We're going to back out of this one.
So anyway, that game is Wizard of Legend. It's out on PlayStation 4, PC. I don't know about Xbox One. I think it is, and Switch. Yeah, it's on Xbox One.
Sweet. We were talking about some game releases.
Yeah, let's do some game releases.
All right, guys. So we have Oversight coming to PS4 and PC. The House in Fata Morgana, a Requiem.
Guarantee this is a Japanese game.
For Innocence, PC. Yonder, the Cloudcatcher Chronicles, Nintendo Switch. I believe you guys can check that out at thebunsmashers.com. The Banner Saga, Nintendo Switch. Fox and Forest, PS4. White Knight, Nintendo Switch. Johnny Turbo's Arcade Super Burger Time, Nintendo Switch. Ice Cream Surfer, you guessed it, Nintendo Switch. Framed Collection, PC, Nintendo Switch. Block a Pix Color, 3DS, E?
Just 3DS.
Okay. Faerun Collection, Nintendo Switch. Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition, Nintendo Switch. Little Nightmares Complete Edition, Nintendo Switch.
Hey, Zach.
What's that?
You gonna get that Zelda game?
No, I'm not. No.
No Hyrule Warriors?
No. It takes place in Hyrule, not in Zelda terms. State of Decay 2. Xbox One and PC. Mega Man Legacy Collection, Nintendo Switch. Mega Man Legacy Collection 2, Nintendo Switch. Runner 3, Nintendo Switch and PC. Steam Dig World 2, Nintendo Switch, PS4. State of Decay 2, Xbox One. State of Decay 2, Microsoft Store, PC. What the fuck?
Hey, there's a Vita release.
Stardew Valley. PlayStation. Vita.
Probably not a physical release.
Probably not. Gargoa. PS4.
Hey, Runner 3. It's got a character in it that's kind of different. It's got the voice actor from Mario as a playable character.
What?
Yeah.
That's weird
I can't
as shit.
I can't remember his name offhand, but I thought that was funny.
I actually just watched a thing on him a few days ago. So
He's a funny guy.
he's a very funny guy.
Oh, he's officially in a video game now.
Nice, cool. Well, guys, that's been it for this week. So don't forget to check us at facebook.com/plug and play show, Twitter and Instagram at plug and play cast, youtube.com/ I already said that one. Shit.
Go there twice.
Yeah, go there twice. Facebook.com/ plug and play show. And don't forget to prime and shine.
Fuck Nazis. In the face.
Do it twice.
Gotta be sure.